From Doda, Reasi to Kathua, a series of attacks have shook the entire nation. Well, Jammu division of Jammu and Kashmir has been dealing with these attacks now time and again. And several questions have to be asked. First, why have the attacks increased in Jammu, which has been largely peaceful as compared to Kashmir? Then, is there a gap in our defense strategy? Also, what's the reason behind the timing and the frequency of these increased attacks? Well, hi, this is Vikas Mavi, and with me in the studio is Mr. Tanveer Azam, and you're watching DNA's Editor's Table, and we are here to discuss why are these attacks happening. Tanveer ji, what's your take?
See, these attacks are happening in Jammu because the terrorists, they're desperate. They're desperate to show their presence. And it's not the terrorists who are doing this, it's the Pakistani government who are helping them, Pakistani establishment. When we call Pakistani government, it's mainly Pakistani military and ISI. Kashmir has been largely very peaceful after 2019 when Modi government decided to abrogate Article 370 and the security has been really beefed up in the valley. We have not witnessed any major incident of stone pelting or any terror attack in Kashmir valley after 2019. So these terrorists, they have nothing to do. They want to show their presence, and that's why they have started to mount small scale attacks, ambush which we call, and they have shifted their focus to Jammu. See, Jammu witnessed some terror attacks in 1990s and 2020, start of this century, when then the government at that time had launched an operation. It was called Operation Sharp Vinash, and in 2003, and it helped to bring things under control in Jammu.
Yeah, it was even called mini Kargil because that was the scale of it.
Not this Reasi attack, in which the terrorist attacked a bus which was carrying pilgrim to Shri Amarnath Ji Yatra and all, because they are desperate to register their presence, because with Kashmir getting peaceful and with Pakistan has invested a lot in Kashmir. They always claim that their false claim that Kashmir is a part of Pakistan, and now because Kashmir is slowly moving towards India, and with the economic development of India, it's very important for Kashmiris also to come and join the mainstream India, because I don't see them as a part of any other country, but there was a mentality which was prevalent like 5-10 years before, that Kashmir, they were separatists and they were all kind of terror sympathizer in Kashmir Valley, but now they have...
But we even saw that they voted in a very large number when given a chance.
Yes. So now these terrorists, they want to show their presence. They want to show Pakistani government and Pakistani establishments want to show that they are still relevant, because they have invested a lot in Kashmir in the last 4 or 5 decades or so. So, but with the security in place in Kashmir Valley, the counter-terror grid in Kashmir Valley is very strong. I agree with this that counter-terror grid is not that strong in Jammu, and that's why terrorists are getting success in launching this kind of ambush, and in which, like in the recent that Kathua attack where we lost 5 of our soldiers, a trained army, a strong army like Indian Security Force, we are not in a position to afford these kind of losses, and I am pretty sure that these all attacks will be avenged, and the perpetrators of these terrorist attack will pay for their sins. They will definitely pay for that. I think government has held a very big meeting over this, and the counter-terror grid in Jammu will also be rejuvenated, and I am pretty sure that this kind of attacks will also not be able, we will not see this kind of attack in the near future anymore.
Okay. But this question, the timing of it and the frequency and the scale of the attacks, because it is not a big attack like Uri or
Pulwama.
Right. So these 3 questions still remain.
See, the recent attack which took place on July 8 is coincided with the encounter of Burhan Wani. He was killed on July 8, 2016 or 2017. I don't remember the year. This is the kind Sri Amarnath Ji Yatra is currently going on. These are the things which terrorists do to instill fear in the minds of people who go to Jammu and Kashmir. But because they are not getting any success in Kashmir Valley, because Kashmir Valley is largely peaceful, number of tourists they are going, it is increasing year on year, the economy is booming, people are doing very good, and the recently held Lok Sabha election, which we have seen even in Valley, people came out in large number to vote.
Right.
Second thing which I think, because the government has announced that the assembly election will be held in Jammu and Kashmir in September, so the terrorists are desperate, they want us not to hold any kind of election there. But I think it's the right time for the Indian government to send a strong message to Pakistani establishment that we are not scared of anyone. Your terrorists are not going to scare our people, not going to scare Indian government, and we will hold election on time, and we are committed to like give democracy a lot of chance in Kashmir. And both, when I talk Kashmir about Kashmir and Jammu, both region, I think that these kind of attack will be neutralized, because once we will see, there was a vacuum also on the ground, because some of our forces were moved towards line of control after that fight with China and all the
Yes,
Galwan
after the
thing,
Galwan Valley, a
Galwan
lot of
Valley
troop
incident
movement
and all.
have changed.
So some troops were moved to that part of the country also, and we were not expecting that they will like Jammu will become like this. But now, because the attacks are taking very frequently, these like Reasi and Kathua and Doda, they are like within like 1 month we have witnessed these 3-4 attacks. So I'm pretty sure that our army and intelligence forces and our government, we all are very committed. This government, every government has been committed, but this government has been particularly very committed to wipe out terrorism of any form in Jammu and Kashmir. And I think that with the incidences rising in Jammu, we will definitely come up with a grid where we will be able to solve this issue.
Okay. So, but my last question would be, what is the way forward? As in, what to do about it? Because as you see, Pakistan is still continuing to mend its ways to, trying to say that, okay, I'm still relevant. India is rising. India is seeing a big rise in its economic power. So, how do we go about it?
See, I have read a recently, in morning also I read an article wherein the writer said that terrorism is like water, and where it gets less resistant, it flows. So because Jammu, like I said, the security is not as strong as in Kashmir Valley, so they are like trying to find a foothold in Jammu. So I think because this ceasefire along the LOC line of control is still holding, and we are not seeing any incident of ceasefire violation which were happening like 4-5 years before. So terrorists, they will do something. They will try to create mischief. They will try to launch this kind of small scale attacks. But yes, if our informers and our intelligence bureaus will become very highly active, these all people will be like, these all attacks will be nip in their bud. And I think the way forward for me is that we should not postpone the election. We should hold the assembly election in Jammu and Kashmir on the designated time, and we should send a message not only to Pakistan, to all their people who are who are standing with terrorists or who are supporting these kind of things, that India is not going to bow before anyone.
Okay. So viewers, this was Tanveer Azam's take on the recent number of attacks in Jammu division. What do you think about it? Tell us in the comments down below. And for more such content, keep watching TNA.